Charles Ramsey, the hero who saved the Cleveland Three, Gina DeJesus, Michelle Knight, and Amanda Berry. He saved them, a neighbor. He saw something. He went into action. He has formed a strategic alliance with One World Society and At Night Creative Intelligence to break the gridlocks in missing kids cases. As you can see, I have Cleveland, Ohio at Christmas time for our background tonight because that is where Charles Ramsey's heroic act took place. Let's get started on the update about this strategic alliance that is being formed to help break the gridlocks in missing kids' cases. Hallelujah. This was for release on November 30th by One World and At Night Creative Intelligence. One World Society and At Night form strategic alliance with Charles Ramsey to break gridlocks in missing kids cases. Still missing, Sebastian Rogers. This is his flyer. Email Dog the Bounty Hunter, most wanted at manhunts.1. If seen, dial 911. This is Sebastian Rogers, missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. $500,000 reward. Sebastian was 15 years old when he was reported missing. On February 25th, 2024 was the last time he was seen. At the time, Sebastian was 5'5" and about 120 pounds. His eyes are hazel and brown, depending on mood. He could be wearing glasses, colored contacts, have any style or color of hair at this time, so pay close attention to the features in his photos. Please, we need to bring him home. As of November 10th, 2025, the reward stands at $500,000 for credible information leading to Sebastian's safe return and the arrest of those responsible. This includes $50,000 from the FBI, along with major contributions from Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman and At Night Intelligence. Working independently from law enforcement, these teams are actively pursuing leads nationwide. If you've seen anything, no matter how small, say something. A comment, a strange vehicle, a quiet or uneasy child. You don't need to solve the case. Just be truthful. Your identity stays protected. Your tip could bring Sebastian home. If you have any information, contact Sumner County Sheriff's Office at 615-451-3838, the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND, or tips to TBI at tbi.tennessee.gov, or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Fort Worth, Texas, November 30th, 2025. One World Society Corp., a multinational information technology company and global news syndicate, together with its elite operations division, At Night Creative Intelligence, today announced the formation of a permanent strategic alliance with Charles Ramsey. If Charles Ramsey is the man that we did our show with on Nick the Hat's channel. If you missed it, go back. Julie Grant from Court TV's on it. I myself am on it. Mr. E is on it, along with Nick the Hat and Charles Ramsey. It's a great show. Go and watch it on Nick's channel. This initiative, designated the Gridlock Protocol, is designed to intervene in high-stakes missing child cases where law enforcement leads have decayed, jurisdictional friction has set in, and digital misinformation has paralyzed public assistance. So this Gridlock Protocol, when things seem locked, not moving, that's what they're saying, is this is going to intervene in high-stakes missing child cases like Sebastian's, where law enforcement leads have decayed, jurisdictional friction has set in, and what that means is the jurisdictional agency, there's friction going on there, possibly not calling in other agencies, maybe friction in communication, and digital misinformation has paralyzed public assistance. While the immediate operational focus remains the disappearance of teenager Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, hallelujah, this alliance establishes a long term framework to deploy Ramsey as a human intelligence specialist across future cold cases that fit a specific profile of systematic failure. Mr. Ramsey being an individual who he himself saw something, well, heard something, then saw something and took action. He is a great person to be involved in what to look for. What clues could we be looking for? How do we go into action? What if you know the person? What does that feel like to go into action? All of those things that need to happen. When he saved those 3 after a decade of captivity and a child, Jocelyn, he the investigation had been over a decade long, and it took one person to find all of them. Just miles, 3 miles or so from where they had been kidnapped, kept in captivity for over 10 years. We are witnessing a crisis where data saturation is actually hindering recovery. Investigations are not starving for information, they are drowning in noise, said Cynthia Lee, Global Ownership Liaison for One World Society Corp. Charles Ramsey proved in Cleveland that the most sophisticated surveillance state on earth can be outperformed by a single attentive neighbor who trusts his gut. Well said. By scaling his intuition across our digital network, we are creating a new category of investigation, neighbor led intelligence. And this is education for all of us. We are all neighbors. We all live near someone who could be missing tomorrow. It could be one of our own. It could be one of our very own. And the more neighbors who are involved in the intelligence, the awareness, the rescues, the recoveries, the distribution of information, correct and accurate information, eyes aware and ears open, could change our world. The search for Sebastian Rogers has effectively stalled due to a saturation of digital noise, conflicting official narratives, and a failure of institutional imagination. Peter Corcorlis, at Night's National Tip Line Coordinator for the Rogers case, emphasized. Algorithms cannot tread where intuition is required. That's our gut. That's our gut feeling something's wrong. Charles Ramsey possesses a verified cognitive baseline for anomaly detection, the instinct that dismantled the Cleveland kidnapping network. We are not just interviewing Mr. Ramsey, we are operationalizing his instinct to filter signal from noise. And you all saw a bit of that when he asked some questions on the show on Nick's channel. He asked some questions, and you could tell he had that instinct. I mean, we did not talk to him about the cases prior to, and he had those right questions to ask and those instincts, those gut instincts that went right for those hot spots in the cases. Lee elaborated, stating, At Night was designed to eliminate uncertainty at its core. While we have the architecture to process millions of data points, we recognize that the crucial factor in this case might lie in a single overlooked detail that only a human eye, specifically the discerning eye of a hero, can perceive. Charles Ramsey's unique perspective in Cleveland revealed what the world had overlooked. We are confident that he can help us identify what the system has missed in Tennessee. And we're going to talk about this photo together. I know you've had a lot of comments as the more I look at it, and we will talk about that on our next live. That is of Sebastian and his mother at the bowling alley, the Strike and Spare, on February 25th, 2025, the last day he was seen in public. His very last public being visible in public was at the Texas Roadhouse on February 25th, 2025, leaving around 6:24 p.m. We maintain hope that Sebastian Rogers will be found. Cases of long missing children have been solved even after hope seemed lost, and we refuse to consider Sebastian an exception. However, hope is not a strategy. Action, accountability, and integrity are required now. We implore our friends in federal law enforcement to take the lead and correct the course of this investigation before it is too late. To the local community in Sumner County and Greater Tennessee, we thank you absolutely for your ongoing vigilance and support. Please continue to spread factual information in Sebastian's photographs and report anything that may be helpful. To those who have sent in tips, we hear you, we value you, and we will continue to fight to ensure that every tip is followed up. Sebastian is a beloved grandson and friend. He has autism. He may be confused or unable to seek help on his own, but he wants to come home. We stand together at Night Creative Intelligence and One World Society, united in our commitment to bring Sebastian home and to hold accountable anyone who hinders that mission. And do recall, the United Cajun Navy is also joined the team. They will be involved in searches when they have a strategic platform for that as well. Our organizations will not rest until every avenue is exhausted and Sebastian is found, and we will not hesitate to pursue accountability through legal means if gross negligence in this case continues. The stakes could not be higher. A young man's life and future hang in the balance. We ask all responsible authorities to act like it. This is a moral emergency. Oh, that is so well said. This is a moral emergency as much as a legal one. Let us all be on the right side of history in the search for Sebastian Rogers. Yes, because lives matter. We all have to do our part. We all need to, for our children, for our youth, for this generation, for those to come. We need to do our part and work together and stop this epidemic of harm to children. As part of this collaboration, One World Society and At Night confirmed they are in active discussions regarding a two-part documentary event exploring the Cleveland 3 case from the vantage point of Ramsey and other voices who rarely occupy the center of the frame. The proposed project, currently in early stage development, is envisioned to explore several key aspects. It aims to delve into life on the block before the rescue, as remembered by neighbors and bystanders who lived with normal on top of a hidden crime scene. That will be so valuable. You all, that's valuable information, hindsight information, things we can all keep with us and take with us. That is so valuable. The documentary will reconstruct the day of the rescue from the porch outward, focusing on decisions, hesitations, and the pivotal moment when a neighbor chose to move toward the sound instead of away from it. Additionally, it will examine the aftermath for Ramsey and others suddenly thrust into global attention, including the costs of being turned into a meme instead of a fully human witness. The project also seeks to address what Cleveland still teaches America about missing persons, community vigilance, law enforcement blind spots, and the role of media in either protecting or distorting the truth. The documentary concept is being developed with an explicit commitment to respect the privacy and autonomy of the survivors and their families. This is going to be very educational. The Ramsey collaboration is being structured as a broader rescue culture initiative under the One World and At Night umbrella. Let me read that again, excuse me. The Ramsey collaboration is being structured as a broader rescue culture initiative under the One World and At Night umbrella. Initial pillars under discussion include long-form live programming and specials that allow Ramsey and other rescuers to tell their stories without the distortion of short-form viral sound bites. There are also plans for public awareness campaigns highlighting real-world examples of neighbors, workers, and bystanders who intervened when something felt off on a street, in a restaurant, online, or at a motel. You can be that person. You all have that passion. You could be that person. Furthermore, the initiative will focus on education. All right. Speaking my language, forward storytelling aimed at families, communities, and digital audiences, connecting historical rescues like Cleveland with contemporary missing persons cases and the ongoing work of organizations such as the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Partnering with Charles Ramsey allows the project to fuse these missions into something simple and dangerous to complacency. The reminder that you may be the only person standing between someone else and the door out. Wow. Think about that. You may be the only person standing between someone else and the door out. Take action. Speak up, please. Additional details regarding the Ramsey Initiative and the proposed two-part documentary, including distribution partners, production timelines, and participating collaborators, will be announced in future corporate news releases. About Charles Ramsey. Charles Ramsey is an American citizen who gained international recognition in 2013 after assisting in the rescue of 3 women held captive for years inside a residential home in Cleveland, Ohio. His intervention, famously described as a response to a dead giveaway, demonstrated a unique capacity for high-speed anomaly detection in an urban environment. Ramsey joins the Sebastian Rogers inquiry not merely as an advocate, but as an operational asset dedicated to find the missing. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey. About One World Society Corp. One World Society Corp is a multinational information technology company, global news syndicate, and creative intelligence agency. By the way, so you don't miss any of the updates of what's coming in this strategic allegiance, hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel because I will be bringing all these updates to you, how it's going to affect the Sebastian Rogers case and all those other cases you watch, care about, which ones it will affect, lift up, and show movement for. Operating at the nexus of pioneer journalism and advanced information systems, One World is dedicated to making pivotal information accessible and actionable for decision makers and the public alike. Thank you, One World Society Corp, for helping Sebastian Rogers. About At Night Creative Intelligence. At Night Creative Intelligence is a division under the One World umbrella engineered to serve one purpose: eliminate uncertainty at the root. Built on deep operational intelligence, enhanced by generative AI, and governed by ethical autonomy, At Night operates where algorithms alone cannot tread, supporting families, communities, and institutional partners with lawful open source analysis, narrative clarity, and high impact strategic communications. Approved for release. Anyone who sees by One World Society Corp. November 30th, 2025. Anyone who sees Sebastian should not approach, but instead contact authorities immediately by dialing 911. Also call 1-800-FB, 1-800-CALL-FBI, 1-800-THE LOST, FBI tip line, tips.fbi.gov. Dog the Bounty Hunter tip line is 833-TELL-DOG. At Night hotline, 844-922-3236. You may call or text, and you may email mostwantedmanhunts.one. Again, this is the FBI flyer. Sebastian is one of the FBI most wanted. There is a $500,000 reward for him. And don't forget to go to Clarksville, Tennessee Culver's, that is hosting, along with Voices of Truth, a birthday awareness event. They will be passing out these FBI flyers, and you can also get Sebastian's free drink, a malt. That will be between the hours, I believe, of 10:30 a.m. and 10 p.m. on December 7th, Sebastian's 17th birthday. Thank you so much for being here. Justice for Sebastian, all the kids, and let's break those gridlocks. Let's get neighbor-led intelligence, awareness, education, so we can help the children. Let's bring Sebastian home. Let's bring them all home. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hit that notification bell and subscribe for updates on what's to come. Thank you. Talk soon.